Alright, so with trading, how you do trading basically is actually fairly simple. There are some key things you need to be aware of whenever you want to start trading. First of all, you need a wagon. This is my wagon. Looks like shit, but it does the job. Um, a wagon, you use that to buy supplies from the trade manager.
You
These
came
are
to see
located
me.
all
I guess you're
around
pretty good
the
at sensing where
around
the
the map,
money is.
basically in the small towns and in the bigger towns too. Um, and the way you buy it is really just take and then watch how many and then etc. you purchase down here. But we'll get back to like how that works later. Another thing you need to have in mind is having the nodes between the places you want to sell. So let's, for example, if I'm here in Hyrule, this is basically my main base, and if we say I want to buy want to sell something in Altanova, then I would need all the nodes from Heidel in like connected in one long string all the way to Altanova. You can see this by whenever you buy a node, you go in and invest them. Up here, there's one I can try and find a random node at don't own. This one. Then I click it and say it's contribution invest, and that's how I get the node basically. Voila, now I have the node, and you can see like the line here is kind of getting a little bit like red orange-ish. Um, I don't need that node. So I do actually not know if you have to go to every different node or you can do it like from the map. At some point I was able to do it from the map, but before that I was going around to the different nodes. Don't know if they changed that or anything, or if it's added, or it's just me being slightly retarded. Um, Nonetheless, if it is that you have problem with that, you can just always just go to the different node managers and go invest the points there. You need quite a few contribution points, around 60 to 65-ish, to get a pretty good line from Calpheon to Sangream Bazaar up here. And also getting around in the Valia area up till Red Nose here and Western Guard Camp. And if you have those nodes, those are like a pretty good like starter basically. Um, and you can earn some pretty good money with that, and you more or less don't have to do anything. Another thing with trading is that you have to look out for these motherfuckers. You don't really have to do anything about them, but just watch out for your wagon's health, because if it's too low and it's get destroyed by these, you're gonna lose money. So always keep in mind, you don't really need to deal with them. You can your horse or your wagon is gonna outrun them nonetheless, but they're still gonna do damage to your shit, and eventually also maybe you're gonna lose some stuff if you don't have enough stability, which you can get from you can read about it in like the different stuff you can get here. For example, the cover here gives stability. So that is really all you need to know about trading, like how it works mechanically, like with the nodes and everything. Those are the most important, because you're gonna have a big loss if you don't have the nodes connected all the way from where you're starting until where you end. And it doesn't really matter if I have to sell from Tariff to, I don't know, eastern border. I still need to have like Chemist Silver Temple and all these nodes all the ways down to Tariff. Um, yeah. So the way this like trading
Merchants
thing
should
works
enjoy
is that
large crowds.
like
So what
these
do you want from
percentages,
me?
market percentages, you don't really need in the start at least. Try like pay attention to them. You just see like, all right, this is good. This costs this amount of money. Then you feel like, all right, I want to sell in Altanova. So you go in and check market price for this specific item, and you can see, all right, Altanova is in yeah, it's in Medea territory. We see, alright, I get 120, or like it has 123, at least, like I'm getting profit out of it, more or less. As long as this number is above 100, I'm getting like 23 percentage profit-ish, because the price is of course gonna get lowered as soon as like I start selling. There's also places like these that's like really good, because you're getting earning a lot of money, but if you of course don't have the node, then don't bother with them. You can check all your nodes around, like you can check Valencia and the different ports here. Now I have Sangre and Bazaar, that should be a really good place to sell. There's also in Calphion. The Calphion trading zone can be a little bit tricky because like which should you take? And the Calphion trading zone for this is more or less these here, like this one up here. This like the wheel there is the trading zone. So is this one and this one. They're all under the same category in Calphion. So
The
they're
farther
being
away a
reduced by that.
product is from,
That's
the
really
more
all you have to
valuable
look
it
for.
is.
So now I don't have enough, but I know in Sangrim Bazaar they were selling for a lot, so I'll buy 40 of those. I don't have space for that. You can see your space here. It says required weight. This is like how much my horse cannot pick this up. I had my wagon has 1085 weight it can have, so I need to reduce it by this. For example, maybe even can take 13 with me. No, I cannot. I cannot take 13 with me, so I have to take 12. Then I press purchase. Just have enough money for it on my character, and then I basically just jump on my wagon, go all the way to Sangrim Bazaar, and also that's really all you have to do. Just and like you have to be. It's kind of like an AFK thing, but it's also a little bit active. It's not like AFK fishing, but you're earning a lot of money really quick. And this is also just like the basics of how to start trading, how to start earning money with it. The only real investment you have to do is like the wagon itself. You don't really need to pay for the different nodes. You don't need to pay for. Also, you need to have like some sort of like starter where you kind of like throw. I have always like 200,000 on me on my character, so whenever I go to trader, I can just trade for 200,000 there and then just go sell it elsewhere. And you'll quickly like start to see that you are getting profit if you do it this way. So yeah, I'll come back whenever I'm in Sangrim Bazaar. Alright, so we finally managed to get to Sangrim Bazaar, and like this shit could like sell for I don't really remember, but for a good amount of money. So you want to bring your wagon as close as possible. Don't worry about like it's looking very fucked up because it does. And yeah, like you will always be able to get your wagon through the most weirdest places, so don't worry about if it's getting stuck or anything. What you'll need to do from here
is attributed to
is
the
that
love
you can
and
see like
sacrifice
I'll
of
get
Prince Barhan.
like it's 100% of 130 percentage of the not the original price, but like it's above. I'm getting 30 percentage back, or 38 to be fair, because of my skill modifiers. What you can do from here is you can spend 5 energy, try to bargain. I'm mostly gonna fail because like I don't really have that much energy, and like yeah, it's a little bit of a mini game. So you can try and get more money out of bargaining. If not, you can just go ahead and sell everything. And voila, I made around 200,000 there, which is fine. It's not so much, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try and look for maybe some what are they called? Imperial trading, because imperial trading is gives you a lot of good money. It gives you 150 percentage of profit back. If I'm not mistaken, it gives you a lot of money nonetheless, and also if you bargain, you can get a lot more. So it's always worth to go for them, even though you might not like want to go there or something, whatever reason. You still need to have the nodes connected. So if we say I can get some items here in Sangrim Bazaar and say like there's an Imperial trader in yeah, let's say in this like Belanus area. The Imperial trader is located in Valia. The quickest way to find is pretty much just press escape, trade info, and say like, alright, I want to, like, these are the Imperial trading, by the way, so if you know where some of these items are, you can always just go get them. But if not, then yeah. But the way you basically find it, you can just click on this arrow if you know where the trader is. If you don't, you can also help because it's gonna put a mark on where it is, and he's located right there. The way you handle them is pretty much the same. Instead of you just going to a trade manager, you're just going to Imperial delivery, and you're dropping off the goods there. And so that's really that there is to it. So yeah, that's what basically trading is about. That's the only thing you really need to take into consideration and everything. I hope this guide basically was helpful. It's really short, I know. If there's any question, like, feel free to ask. If not, then I wish you the best of luck, and yeah, bye bye.